Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Weekly Cinema Season 3. I'm your host, Gabe Late, here with my co-host,
McKenna Coleman.
And we're back.
We know we said we wouldn't do season junior year, but here we are. We know what we said, but we kind of lied.
We lied. So we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss and go over, but just first things first, we're excited that we're back. We're both really willing to do this podcast, but there are a lot of changes happening this season. So if you're curious on how this podcast is going to run this season, because even the schedule is going to be different, although the format's going to be different, it's going to be pretty different. So if you're curious, I highly recommend tuning into this episode because we will be breaking down, talking about everything you can expect for this season of Weekly Cinema, which, spoiler alert, will be the longest season in the show's history. So, just saying. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. But before we get into it, McKenna, how have you been?
Tired, honestly. Just
Yeah.
school. And
Yeah.
School has been, how do I put this lightly? School has been very demanding.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
And you know, as well as anyone, junior year is the hardest year of high school. And that is what we are going through currently.
Right.
And we will be burnt out by the end of this.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it together.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're doing it. I mean, no turning back now. I mean, I don't know why we would have an opportunity to turn back. But yeah, we're here. So, and we're doing this podcast. So originally, we both agreed mutually after doing the season 2, which was junior summer, we said that we were not going to do anything junior year, and we were going to return senior summer and then do our final season senior year, because senior year we actually have the class that gives us access and time to make the podcast like we did for season 1. And just since we're so heavily jam-packed this year and we don't have the class that we did the first year, things are just different, and we thought we weren't going to have the time to do it. But thankfully, we found that there is a 50-minute period in the day, every single day, where we have time to come into this class and do whatever we wish. And that means we have access to the podcast room, and that means we are able to film the podcast. Of course, this is still lunch, so we still have to eat. And it is in the middle of the day. I mean, we literally have a class right before this and right after it. So we have to be on the dot and make sure we're all ready and set. But we have 50 minutes to do as we will. And that is what we'll be working with all of this year for Weekly Cinema. So what can you expect? What can you expect? Well, McKenna, tell them about the normal Weekly Cinema. What you can still expect for normal Weekly Cinema.
Well, as you know, our previous seasons, we have talked about movies, and we have tried to make the episodes weekly, obviously, given the name of this podcast. However, now we've changed it up a little bit. We are still going to talk about movies, don't you worry. But within this 50-minute period that we have both agreed that we need some sort of change. So what we're doing is every other week we're going to talk about movies. But within the weeks that we don't talk about the movies, there's going to be some sort of bonus episode or just more exploring of sorts.
That's right. Yeah. So it's a good compromise because watching a movie does take a lot. I know it's watching a movie, right? How hard can it be? But it does take a lot of time, and we only have so much time outside of school because we are very busy with a bunch of stuff. So giving us 2 weeks to watch a movie instead of 1, first of all, is really nice. It also keeps things fresh because it would be difficult to, shoot, produce, talk about, watch just a new movie episode every single week like we did previous seasons. I mean, we weren't even able to do that every single week the previous seasons, and it wasn't nearly as long as this season's about to be. So we're scaling it back, and we're going to do this differently. First of all, episodes will be shorter, as you know, because as I said, we only have 50 minutes for this class. We have to have at least 10 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to eat our lunch at least. So we only are left with really a 30 to 40 minute time period to actually film this. So in the end, these episodes will probably be always less than half an hour. And it's just going to be little bite-sized episodes. So of course, we can't always fit that, we have our main, goal of this podcast, our main hook, which is where we watch a new movie every week and talk about it. But in previous seasons, especially last season, as you saw, our other big part of it is the podcast part. The big meat of the podcast is our discussion, our weekly updates, our, the deep dives, and just talking about various different things that kind of, branch off of our main discussions of movies. So those are just two things of weekly cinema that kind of went together in previous seasons because of the time that we had. And of course, due to our time limitations this season, we're kind of splitting them apart. So here's how it's going to run. Every single, as McKenna explained already, every single week, we will have an episode of Weekly Cinema. This point on, we are striving to upload a new episode every single week. We can almost promise you that. Just give us some leeway. There might be times where we'll have breaks, or might be times where we miss a week. Doesn't matter, but whatever it is, we will try and strive to have a new episode every single week. But the type of episode will vary. Every other week will be Weekly Cinema. So this episode does not count as Weekly Cinema. The next episode will be Weekly Cinema. Weekly Cinema, of course, is just the podcast where we talk about a new movie every other week. How the normal episodes of Weekly Cinema ran, right? We introduce the movie, the previous episode, then we talk about it on the next episode, and we break down the movie, give our reviews, deep dives, all that stuff. We just talk about mainly that movie. That's how it's going to run every other week. But then, in between those weeks, where we're giving time to, plan on the next Weekly Cinema episode, all that stuff, will be a wild card. Those spaces will be open for whatever we can think of, right? It's going to be bonus episodes. You know how we had bonus episodes on Spotify? Those are now going to be available on YouTube, but those are about to be a main part of the show. So what can you expect for these bonus episodes? Well, you're kind of already knowing it because this is a bonus episode, technically. We're starting with a extra bonus episode.
That might have been the
I
bell.
think that might have been the bell. And
well,
the
we're
bell
back
is
to the dreaded bell,
Yeah,
you guys.
we are.
Sorry.
That's the one thing about being back here. But, it's fine. It's a bonus episode. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep it riding. We'll keep moving.
Okay.
You can expect the bell to come back. That's for sure in future episodes. That's the great part, huh?
Boy.
Yeah, very fun stuff. Anyways, these bonus episodes can be pretty much everything. I have a list right here of stuff it could be. It could be between the bell bonus episodes. So like every 5 Weekly Cinema episodes, we could take the bonus content of those. That could be that one episode of the bonus week. So you can expect that, of course, every 5 Weekly Cinema episodes. There can also be interviews, vlogs, reviews of restaurants, games, or theater plays. Weekly updates, which is just us talking. This is one of those. Games, deep dives, theater discussions, behind the scenes on any projects we're working on, challenges. The possibilities are endless, and it will vary. Not every bonus episode will take place in this room. We'll talk about it more at the end, of course, but we have our schedule laid out, right? This is going to be a bonus episode. Next week will be a Weekly Cinema episode where we talk about a movie. We'll introduce what movie we're talking about at the end of this episode. Then after that, the week after that episode will be a bonus episode. But at the end of that first Weekly Cinema episode, we will say what the next movie will be, right? But it's not going to be that bonus episode. It's going to be, of course, 2 episodes after that bonus week, right? That's just how it's going to run. We're going to act like those bonus episodes don't exist when filming Weekly Cinema. They are just going to be put into there whatever we can think of, right? Whatever will happen. There may be times where we just come into here, do something random, explore a website, hint, hint, talk about something that we saw, just discussions. Maybe if we go somewhere, if we go to see a play or something, since we live near somewhere where there's musicals and plays happening a lot, if we go to see a production, we will vlog ourselves going there, and just that will be the bonus episode of the week. These episodes have no boundaries, no limitations. They could literally be in anything. Even it could be individual episodes. Only I could make a bonus episode one time, or maybe only McKenna will make a bonus episode one time where she goes somewhere and she vlogs it, or where I go somewhere and I vlog it. Stuff like that. Of course, we will still make it movie related. Everything we do, we will try to keep cinema related. So The vlogs will only be if we, go to somewhere that's pretty, cinema related. Like me going to Hollywood. If we were doing this by the time I was going to Hollywood, I would have absolutely filmed Hollywood, and that would have been a bonus episode of that week. Or when McKenna went to New York that one time to see Sweeney Todd.
Which I have.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Great representation.
I know, right? Yeah.
But I am going back to New York, so you can maybe expect that for a future bonus episode.
That's
hint,
true.
Hint.
Hint. Yeah. But it's pretty much that week we might plan it ahead, might not, but that week it will be just whatever we can think of. Like there is no plans for it. You will have an episode of Weekly Cinema, a random episode, and then another episode of Weekly Cinema. It will go back and forth, right? You will still have that solid structure of our movie talks, of our breakdowns, reviews of these movies that the podcast is built off of. But in between is where you will find the fun and extra stuff. All in all, we like this. We really like this, and we actually plan on doing this for the rest of the show. And if we look into the future a bit, as you guys
know that we do that.
Yeah. We like to do that a lot, but you guys might not know that we only have 2 more seasons after this one, right?
Yeah.
Next season, after this long season, which I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a long season. We are planning to go all the way from now until June, so it's going to be a nonstop. It's going to be a crazy season.
It's a fun ride.
Yeah. We're really hoping to expand the podcast with the season. That's why we're trying something new as well. It allows a lot of different sources of, just different niches and just a big ground for everything to come together, right? I just want to say, too, before I forget, these bonus episodes are still considered Weekly Cinema episodes. Like, I know I keep differentiating the two, but it's not going to be like a Weekly Cinema episode is going to be episode 6, and then the bonus episode is going to happen, and then the week after that, the next episode happens, and that's number 7. No, the bonus episode will be number 7, and the week after that will be number 8. These episodes will still be numbered as normally. All of this still fits under the same podcast, same numbering. They all are the same. You can just, it's just like a news show where they're all the same news episodes, but there's different segments within those. Like there's just different segments happening each week. So that's
and
pretty
all
much
of
it.
these will be on all of our platforms. Like all of these will be on Spotify, including the bonus episodes.
Yes.
And all of these will also be on YouTube, including the bonus episodes. In the past, you know that the bonus episodes were only on Spotify. That is changing as well.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
So don't you guys worry about that.
Everything's coming together. Yeah. So we're now going to be treating the YouTube and Spotify page equally as one. So
As a union.
As a one big group of people. What was I saying though? What was I saying? I completely forgot. Oh shoot. Future seasons. So the season after this one, as I said, we're planning to make this a really long season. Season after this one will be a summer season. So it's not going to be this format. It's just going to be the same format as last summer. So this is 3. So season 4, which will be senior summer, which is after this one.
That's
crazy. I know, that's a long time away. So we're not thinking about that right now. But in the future, that's just going to be the same format as junior summer, our last season. It's just going to be us over a call talking. It's going to be a short season. But then senior year, I just want to talk about this. Senior year is going to be our last season of the show ever, right?
That's sad.
That's for sure. I'm telling you now, there's no plans coming back. It's just going to be too hard, too complicated. Yeah. The show will be ending there as far as we know right now. So, but that season, trust me, it will be going out with a bang because we will have this class again. And it is 50 minutes long each period, and it's 2 periods. We will have 1 hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour and 40 minutes of time. My mind was blanking there, dude. 1 hour and 40 minutes of just free time to work on stuff. And that means we can make these episodes as long as that, right? And we're going to do the same structure where we do a normal episode, a bonus episode, normal, bonus, all that stuff. So the senior, and it's going to be all year too. So this season, then senior summer, and then senior year, and the show ends. So this season's kind of an introduction. It's going to be bite-sized episodes, but with a really cool new format that we will be carrying on for the rest of the show. Then it's going to be the summer season, which is the same as last season. And then the senior season, the very last one, will be the biggest season of Weekly Cinema ever. It will be just like this, but with longer episodes. So That's one thing I do want to give a disclaimer about, right? This season will have short episodes. The bonus episodes, of course, are not limited to that because if we do it outside of school, I mean, there's no limitations. But the main weekly cinema episodes, for the most part, for this season will be limited to 40 minutes or less at the most. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of cool stuff planned. We are already planning ahead what our schedule is going to be. We're very excited, very, very excited for this season, you know.
We have a few bonus episodes planned for you guys, but you're not going to know now.
Yeah. We'll let those be surprises. It's going to be fun. They're going to be titled like pretty funny. For YouTube, you're going to get different titles because we're always trying different titles to, you know, try and pull in different sources of people. But on Spotify, the episodes will still be titled like they always have been. The movie episodes will be titled The Movie, and then the bonus episodes will be something clever, like this one, which I'm still super proud of the title I chose for this one. This is going to be called, this episode you're watching right now, I'm sure you guys know, is called Third Time's the Charm. And I am so proud of that because it's our third season and we finally are happy with our format. So I think that's pretty fitting. Yeah. But you see, the bonus episodes are going to be just like that. They're going to be titled something random. You guys are probably going to be very shocked by what the first bonus, after this, the first bonus episode is going to be titled. Yeah. You're going to have to watch to find out because we already have the title and everything. And we're like, oh God, people are going to be so confused. No, it's going to be great.
It's funny between the two of us right now.
I know.
You guys have no clue.
You guys will see. I don't know. Anyways, I know that there's not going to be anybody new watching this. Of course, this is just mainly an update episode for all of our actual, for the 3 or 4 people that's actually fans of us, and then the rest of you who are family members and friends of us. But for anybody who's curious of what is happening with the show, we're really excited about this format, and we're going to try and get a lot of people on. Any friends of ours that are watching, we will be trying to get you guys on, absolutely. We want you to have, to join us in the movie discussions, or you have more chances to appear in the bonus episodes. We'll be trying to play, excuse me, oh God.
You good?
Wow.
Oh, hitting the mic. That's another thing we do. It happens almost every episode, pretty much, or every season.
Yeah, last season it happened a lot too. Anyways, we'll be trying to play a lot of games here in bonus episodes too. Like I'll bring in a game, we'll lay it out on the table, get a couple camera angles, and we'll invite some more people to join us. It's just we're trying to make it. We're expanding the podcast, allowing for a lot more opportunities that we've always wanted to do but never could. Now we have a way to do it with these bonus episodes, and then we still have the podcast you love with our normal movie discussion. Which, speaking of, our first episode. Okay, our second episode of season 3, but our first movie-based weekly cinema, normal, episode, which will take place,
next week. Sometime next week. We don't know the day yet.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, there's no set date of the week. Just expect it every week. You know that. But McKenna, you do the honor of announcing what is the movie we are going to be watching and discussing next week.
I'm very excited because, as you guys know, me and Gabe do this thing like pretty much once a season where we go see a movie together.
Right.
That is happening for our first movie of season 3. It's Beetlejuice 2.
Beetlejuice. Yeah. I'm so excited. We're actually seeing it tomorrow.
Opening weekend.
Yeah. So it's already out by recording this episode. It came out yesterday. But tomorrow, I mean, this is as new as we're ever going to review a movie. I'm telling you now, that's probably going to be the newest of all new because, man, I mean, we're going to be pretty early on this. I'm excited.
Yeah,
but
I'm very excited.
I'm also, we love Beetlejuice, as you guys know, and I'm very, very, I wish the Beetlejuice musical was, we were doing this by the time the musical came out because we went to see that, I mean, separately, but we both saw it, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I would have seen it on Broadway though, because Alex Brightman as Beetlejuice.
I know.
Is just something else.
I know.
The guy who came here and did it was great though.
I know.
He was hysterical. But
yeah. Right? Yeah. I know.
That guy knows what I'm talking about.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Anyways, so next episode will be Beetlejuice, and then the episode after that will be our first bonus episode, and then you know how it's going to go.
Our second bonus episode, because this is a bonus episode.
True.
But it doesn't really work that way at the same time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what we're talking about later.
Yeah. Just don't get too caught up in classifying what episode is what. We're just giving you a basic idea of how the layout's going to be structured, what you can expect the type of episode to be every week. So now you guys know. And then, of course, we'll let you know ahead of time during these seasons. There's going to be a lot of breaks in there. Of course, we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring. All of those will happen throughout this season because this is the first season that we're doing this at the beginning of a school year, right? Summer, we did at the later half of summer. And then the first season, only thing that got in the way was spring break. And we actually still managed to have an episode over that, which was nice. We actually released that. Remember, we released it like while spring break was happening. I was like in Japan and we released it because I scheduled it ahead. But yeah, this season there's going to be a lot of big breaks that we're just going to have to be off. So you can well
I mean, I do have an idea for a bonus episode to come out in spring, maybe.
True.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's another trip of sorts, so that might be a vlog coming up.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Anything like that, like any type of trip that we take, or like anything during break, even like where we're just doing something cool. I mean, that also constitutes as a bonus episode. Vlogs are very well in that range and category, but I don't know. We're thinking way ahead. I mean, there's some exciting stuff coming up. Even we don't know what's coming up. Trust me, we only know like the next 3 or 4 episodes, right? That's just how unpredictable and fun this show is going to be, right? We're just going to figure it out as we go along and allow for a lot of cool stuff to happen. But if you guys have any suggestions for bonus episode ideas, movie suggestions, let us know down below in the comments, both in YouTube and Spotify. Spotify now has a comment section, which is cool. So just let us know. Of course, we read all of our feedback that you guys give us, and we're just really excited to go, and have some fun with this season. I mean, season 3. Can't believe we're here.
I know.
I'm glad.
Well, you guys definitely know we get thrown curveballs, but it's fun. We like going around those curveballs and throwing curveballs back at you guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right. Yeah. Overcoming the challenges.
Please throw us some curveballs.
Yeah, exactly. And again, also just warning you, we're gonna try our best. All right, I'm telling you now, we are going to try our best with this season. But just letting you know, this season wasn't even supposed to happen in the first place. So we are just going to be doing what we can with the limitations that we have, but it will be a challenge. I'm telling you that. It will be a challenge at times, but we're going to enjoy it. We're going to have fun.
We're excited.
We're here. We're excited. And I'm sure you guys saw the new layout and design and everything for this season, which is a very different color scheme from the last 2 seasons. We decided to change
but it's very fall-like.
It's fun. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. As you guys know, this is the season junior year. That is, pretty much it. We had sophomore year, junior summer, junior year, and then we're going to have senior summer and senior year. So, yeah, we're excited, guys. I hope you guys are excited. We thank you guys so much for tuning in and being fans of the show. We really appreciate all of you guys' support, even if you personally know us or not. Still, it means a lot to see that you guys are interested in our ideas and our discussions and what we have in store for this podcast. But, we're having fun. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe to our channel, Weekly Cinema. Follow us on Spotify, Weekly Cinema, and rate us out of 5 stars. We're still trying to get our ratings up. We only have 5 people who have ever rated on our podcast on Spotify. So, if you guys just take a second, go on to Spotify, click the little star button on. If it's only on mobile for some reason, but no, it's only on computer and for some, I don't know, whatever it is. If it's one or the other, just take some time, click on the stars, rate us out of 5 stars. Be honest, it doesn't matter, but show us some love, and support, and we really appreciate it. So as always, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you all next week in season 3, episode 2, first episode, Weekly Cinema, whatever you want to classify. I don't know. We're here. It's gonna be wild. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.